Hello guys, so in today's video I'll be sharing with you a very simple strategy, all right, containing two moving averages. All right, this is a very simple strategy that even if you're a beginner you should be able to use it. All right, so make sure you stick to the video. All right, make sure you don't skip any part of this video till the end. All right, so without wasting much of our time, I'm going to quickly explain how to take entry and exit with this strategy, and then after that I'll be explaining how to set it up. Okay, so the first thing you want to note, all right, the first condition you want to observe before taking an entry with this strategy is price breaking above these two moving averages, all right, the red and the yellow. All right, so this let's make this one a little bit bolder. So the yellow moving average is the exponential moving average 100, and then the red one is the exponential moving average 50. All right, so whenever price breaks above these two moving average successfully, all right, it means that that's the sign that the trend is about to change. All right, you can see previously we are in a downtrend here, all right, and price has been moving below this red and yellow line. All right, then you can see that price broke above it with a very strong candlestick here. All right, that's the sign that the trend is about to change from a downtrend into an uptrend. All right, and this is how you are to take advantage of that. All right, this is how you are to use this to your advantage. All right, so whenever you see a break like this, price must come back to retest this area of support. All right, you can see it broke and you can see a retest here. All right, so there is a support here, right, that the indicator is trying to automatically show you. All right, so you can see there is a support around this area here, so price came to retest it, then continue the move to the upside. All right, so by the time price is coming to do this retest, you will see that this red line would have crossed above this yellow line here. All right, so by the time this price is coming to retest, this red line would have come to cross here. All right, but most of the time price will cross above before this red line. The moving average, they do lag. All right, they are slow, they don't move same time with the price, so price must go up first before you see this red moving average crossing, and this is going to be a confirmation that yes, price has changed from a downtrend to an uptrend. All right, so this is how you take advantage of that. Whenever price is going for the retest, you want to mark your structure. All right, you mark the top of the structure. All right, you wait for the fractal to appear on top of the candlestick. All right, that the structure price will create. All right, so once this fractal appears above it, you mark it with this kind of line. All right, now what you want is for price to come back, all right, break above the structure with the candlestick. All right, now you want to wait for the candlestick to successfully close above that structure. Once you get the break above like this, all right, you go in immediately. All right, you wait for the candlestick to successfully close above it. Once you get the close, you go in immediately. For example, you take your buy from here where the candlestick close, and then your stop loss goes below the structure price made. All right, goes below this structure here, and you are to target ×2 of that. All right, you are to risk 1 to 2 risk to reward for this strategy, so you risk ×2 of that. So you can see that price eventually went to hit your TP, right? So if you are risking ×2, if you are using a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio with this strategy, you are going to win most of the time. It works very well when you are using a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio with this strategy. Okay, so that's a buy example. All right, I don't want the video to be too long, so let's go for a sell example, and then we are done with this strategy. So you can see here price broke below our 2 moving average, right, then went back for retest. All right, like I earlier explained, you are going to mark the most recent structure price is going to make. All right, so when it's going back for a structure, what you want to wait for is for fractal to appear and confirm the structure for you. All right, so once you see a fractal, this arrow here appearing at the bottom of that structure, then you know that the structure has been confirmed. You mark it. So when price is coming back to break below it, all right, what you do is that you wait for the candlestick to break and successfully close. All right, you need to wait for it to successfully close, that to confirm that the structure has been broken. All right, if the candlestick has not yet closed, there's a possibility that price might start going to the upside. All right, so you want to get the full confirmation by waiting for the candlestick to close below that structure. So once you get it like that, you buy. So once you get it like that, you sell. All right, you sell from this area here where the candlestick close. All right, but if this area is too long for you, what I normally do is to wait for price to come back, because whenever the candlestick close, price normally do come back down a little bit. All right, so once price reverse, you place your sell limit order a little bit below that, right, the one that is conducive for your stop loss, or you can just go in aggressively. Most of the time I do go in aggressively immediately I see that the candlestick have closed, and then you place your stop loss above that structure. All right, so you can see the stop loss is kind of too big. All right, I normally raise like $20. All right, so you can see this is $26 right now, so you can reduce it to this area. So if we are to go to the 5-minute time frame, you are going to see that this is a level here. All right, you can just place it to match your risk management, which is $20 right here. All right, so you just risk what you can afford to lose. All right, but the recommended area you place your stop loss is the most recent structure, which is around this area. All right, but if you see that the stop loss is too big for you, then you reduce it to your level of stop loss that is conducive for you to lose. Okay, so then you target times 2 of that, right? You target times 2 of what you are risking. So you can see in this case is $40. And see I'm risking $20 and I'm targeting for $40 here. All right, so that's how you go. So that's how you trade with this strategy. You risk what you can afford to lose and you target times 2 of that. All right, you go for a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. All right, which works perfectly fine with this strategy. All right, with that you are going to win most of the time with this strategy. Okay, you can go higher than that, but the win rate for this strategy is very high when you are going for a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. Okay, so that's what I've researched and I've seen with this strategy. So you can go ahead and do your own analysis, you can do your own practice with this strategy, you can do your own back testing. All right, you can demonstrate for a month to confirm and to see how best you can use this strategy to your own test. Okay, don't just take my words for it. I'm not the market maker. Make sure you do your own finding with this strategy before you deposit money and start trading with it. Okay, so that's that for this strategy. That's how you take your entry and that's how you take your exit with this strategy. Okay, I'm going to quickly share with you the indicator setting and then we are done with this video. Okay, so before I do that, I want to quickly remind you guys about my VIP boom and crash strategy for growing small account. Okay, so if you're a beginner out there and you have been blowing your account, I have a powerful strategy specifically designed for trading boom and crash. All right, that even a beginner can use it to grow their small account. Okay, so if you are interested in getting the strategy, you check the description of this video. You are going to see my WhatsApp contact there. Make sure to message me and we'll discuss on how you get the strategy. Okay, so that's that about that. All right, now for this strategy, all right, we have two moving average, as you can see. So you click on this F icon here. After clicking on that, you search for your fractal. All right, so you click on the main window plus icon, you search for your fractals. These are the properties for the fractal. All right, you can see no much settings here, so you can use the default setting or you change the color for the style to blue 3 pixel, and that's that for that. Okay, that's all for the fractal. Now nextly we have the moving average. So you click on this plus icon again, you search for your moving average. So the first moving average we have here is the moving average 100. All right, you can see the period is 100, shift is 0, method is exponential, apply to its close. The level, you leave it as it is. Time frame is all time frame. The style, you make the color yellow, 3 pixel, you click on done. Then nextly we have the second moving average here. So you click on this plus icon again, you search for your moving average. So for this one, you are going to make the period 50, shift is 0, method is exponential, apply to its close. The level, you leave it as it is. Time frame is all time frame. The style, you make it color red, 3 pixel, you click on done. All right, so that's all you need to do for the setting. All right, so once you have set everything correctly as I've explained, you are going to have a screen like this. All right, so that's that about that. Okay, now before I go, I want to quickly remind you guys about my Telegram community. All right, for those of you who have been following me for a long time, you are going to remember that I earlier told you guys that I'll be making my VIP community, my signal group, a free one for everyone, all right, throughout this year. All right, and the offer still stand. Okay, so in case you are just coming across my channel for the first time, I'm still putting it out to you. All right, my VIP signal group has been made free for everyone. All right, so all you need to do to be part of us is to check the description of this video. You are going to see my Telegram link there. All right, my free Telegram link. All right, click the link to join us. All right, so what you need to do to be part of my VIP signal group is there. All right, you don't need to pay for it, it's totally free. All right, but there are just some simple conditions that you need to follow in order to be part of us. Okay, so make sure you don't miss this opportunity. All right, quickly rush there so that you'll be able to join us early and milk the markets from now until the end of the year. Okay, so make sure you don't miss this opportunity. All right, so that's that about that. Okay, so in case you are watching from TikTok, all right, in order to be part of us, you are going to see the link on my profile bio. All right, my Telegram link is on my profile bio. All right, so make sure you click on it to join us. Okay, so in case you click on it and it refuses to go through, what you do is that you copy the link, paste it on your browser, and then you click on it from there. Okay, it will go. So that's that for that. Okay, so I think that's going to be all for this one. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Silver out.